Welcome again to this series of videos to help you learn Yoruba. In the previous video, I talked about how to introduce yourself, and I did introduce myself in Yoruba. But in this video, the focus is how to introduce somebody else. If you want to introduce a friend who speaks the language to somebody else who speaks the language, how will you do that? That's the focus of this lesson. So it's not just introducing yourself now, but introducing somebody else. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to introduce another person in Yoruba very well. Again, the key words for introduction are still name, work, location, and hobby. So you want to talk about your name, the name of the person, what the person do, what the person does, where the person lives, and what the person likes to do. Everything we learned in the previous video, I'm going to repeat, but the pronoun is going to change. So you're going to learn the pronoun for the second person in Yoruba. That is what is going to be new in this video. But everything else in the previous video will still apply. So it's very important that you pay attention to the vocabulary for name, which is oruko, vocabulary for work, which is je, in terms of what you do, and then the vocabulary for location, which is be, and then for what you like to do when you're free or for leisure. Taniyi. Taniyi. In the previous video on question and answers, I covered Taniyi, which means who is this? So Taniyi, James Niyi, okay? James Niyi, Taniyi, Taniyi, James Niyi, James Niyi. So I'm going to be talking about James. So I'm going to introduce James to you in this video. Orúkọ ọ̀rẹ́ mi ni James. Okay? Ọ̀rẹ́ mi. Okay? Orúkọ ọ̀rẹ́ mi ni James. Ó jẹ́ olùkọ́ ní yunifásítì ti Boston. Okay? Orúkọ ọ̀rẹ́ mi ni James. Ó jẹ́ olùkọ́ ní yunifásítì ti Boston. Ó wá láti ìlú Kano ní Nàìjíríà. Ó wá láti ìlú Kano ní Nàìjíríà. Okay? Ó ń gbé ní Dorchester ní Massachusetts. Ó ń gbé ní Dorchester ní Massachusetts. Ó fẹ́ràn láti kàwé. Okay? So here are 5 sentences about my friend. First thing is introduce his name, and his name is James. Second thing is to tell you what he does. And what he does is that he teaches as a professor in Boston University. And then where is he from? He's from Kano in Nigeria. And then where does he live? He lives in Dorchester, Massachusetts. And he loves to read. 5 important things about my friend. Okay? Orúkọ ọ̀rẹ́ mi ni James. Ó jẹ́ olùkọ́ ní yunifásítì ti Boston. Ó wá láti ìlú Kano ní Nàìjíríà. Ó ń gbé ní Dorchester ní Massachusetts. Ó fẹ́ràn láti kàwé. Yes, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Okay? Ó wá láti ìlú Kano. Kano nìyí ní Nàìjíríà. Okay, Kano is one of the big cities that you have in Nigeria. In the north, specifically in the northern region of Nigeria. Kano nìyí nílùú Nigeria. Ibẹ̀ ni James ti wá. James is from that area. Okay, ó wá láti ìlú Kano ní Nigeria. Ó ń gbé ní, so where he lives. O means he lives. Okay, ó ń gbé, he lives in Dorchester ní Massachusetts. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. So again, about my friend James, which that I showed you previously in the previous slide. So I said I was going to be talking about James, and this is James. Okay, Ta Niyi, who is this? James Niyi. This is James. Okay, James is a teacher. He's a professor in Boston University. He's from Kano. He lives in Dorchester, and he likes to read. Okay, and I'm going to again introduce him to you to help you see how you can introduce somebody else in Yoruba. Orúkọ ọ̀rẹ́ mi, okay, my friend's name is, the previous video I talked about my name, said my name is Taiwo. Orúkọ mi ni Taiwo. But now I'm talking about James, the guy in the picture that I just showed in the previous slide. Orúkọ ọ̀rẹ́ mi ni James, okay? My friend's name is James. Ó jẹ́ olùkọ́ ní Yunifásítì ti Boston. Ó jẹ́ olùkọ́. Okay, ó jẹ́ olùkọ́ ní Yunifásítì ti Boston. Okay, he's a professor in Boston University. Ó wá láti ìlú Kano ní Nigeria. He is from Kano in Nigeria. Ó wá láti ìlú Kano ní Nigeria. Ó ń gbé ní Dorchester ní Massachusetts. Okay, ó ń gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ ní Dorchester ní Massachusetts. He lives in Dorchester in Massachusetts. Ó fẹ́ràn láti kàwé. He loves to read. Okay, so that's about my friend James. Ó wá láti ìlú Kano in Nigeria. You can see that place where he's from in Nigeria. Ó ń gbé ní Dorchester in Massachusetts. That's Massachusetts, the map of Massachusetts, and that's Dorchester. There with the arrow, with the red arrow. So that's all about my friend James. Orúkọ ọ̀rẹ́ mi ni James. Ó jẹ́ olùkọ́ ní University Boston. Ó wá láti ìlú Kano ní Nigeria. Ó ń gbé ní Dorchester ní Massachusetts. Ó fẹ́ràn láti kàwé. Okay, 5 important things about my friend. Now it's your turn. Introduce your new friend in Yoruba. Try to introduce your friend to someone else in Yoruba. You're not introducing yourself this time when you talk about orúkọ mi ni, but you're introducing your friend where you start by saying orúkọ ọ̀rẹ́ mi, meaning James or John or Juliet. It could be anybody. So I look forward to seeing your introduction about somebody else, your introduction of somebody else in Yoruba. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀. Ó dàbọ̀.